Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Infinite Omega, with me, Black Deatha. I certainly didn't expect I'd ever be saying this again, but we're actually back today with a brand new Elusive Target for Hitman 3, making this Elusive Target number 27, The Drop. And with Hitman 3 itself closing in on its 3rd birthday, who'd have even thought we'd be getting another new target at this stage? Well, aside from anyone who watched the trailer IO dropped at the end of July, teasing exactly that, where we were told we'd have a new target, Dimitri Vegas, who apparently is a real dude, so, that's nice for him. Oh, yeah, the trailer also gave us this unholy abomination version of 47.
And I never miss.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Sorry, Dimitri. Nothing personal.
IO, why? How? What the hell happened here? Good God. Oh, and on a side note, I do apologize in advance if this video ends up being released later than expected, but the target did go and release at the exact same time as Alan Wake 2.
So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination. And you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker, I chased those frights away. Who knew? So true.
That game is certainly it's something to be experienced. Anyway, let's check out that briefing.
Good evening, 47. Your target is Alexios Laskaridis, known as the Drop. The nickname has shifted in meaning over time. He initially established himself in the techno scene as a DJ, but realized it would be easier and more lucrative to exploit his connections as a drug kingpin instead. His empire of music venues has become inextricable from his trafficking network. Both arose almost overnight, thanks to his appetite for violence. Laskaridis' methods are nearly too brutal to recount in full. Bloody suitcases, limbs washing up on riverbanks, and I shall leave it at that. Our client is a successful DJ who's understandably nervous about Laskaridis' expansion. They want to preserve their music scene just as much as they want to avoid ending up under the man's thumb. Fortunately, Laskaridis currently has his sights set on a familiar property in Berlin. Good luck.
So our target is not actually named Dimitri Vegas, but rather Alexios Laskaridis, and apparently he's kind of a dick, so we should probably do the world a favor and just remove him from the old gene pool. And to do that, we've got a couple of methods for you today. Starting with method number 1, which will see us starting in the default location with a lockpick and some coins, and we'll also smuggle in a silenced pistol in the staff area by the entrance. But before we get started, for those that don't know, elusive targets are a limited time available, one-shot only mission type. Once you've eliminated your target or completed an objective, you are locked in and can no longer restart or replay. Also, don't get yourself killed, as this will result in mission failure and you won't be able to play again. But if you follow the methods in this video, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Also, if you do end up finding this video helpful or enjoyable, please leave a like down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos in the future. As per usual, we'll go ahead and skip the cutscene, making our way straight through to the staff room to retrieve our silver bullet. From here, we can begin to make our way down to the lower level. Partway down, we'll spot the target and his guard standing on the balcony, though we'll be continuing past them down to the ground floor. Once on the lowest level, we'll make a beeline to the far end, where we'll head through this door to the backstage area. From here, just climb up the ladder to get on top of the sound booth, and up yet another ladder letting us access the scaffolding, so we can climb up this ledge to reach the floor above. Now we just need to wait a few moments for the target and his guard to arrive in the area.
That is Alexios Laskaridis. He should be here with one of his bodyguards, so be careful.
The target will stand in the center of this room, directly under the light fixture. So simply give the cable a shot with your pistol and presto change it. Alexios is now a pancake. With the target down, simply make your way to any exit of your choosing while avoiding being spotted in the restricted area. And with that, method number 1 is completed. Silent Assassin suit only, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Next up, method number 2, for which we'll use the same loadout as in method number 1. So, just like in method number 1, we're going to start things out the same way by skipping the cutscene and retrieving the pistol, though it did occur to me later that we don't actually need it on this run, but it's nice to have. As we make our way downstairs, after we pass by the target, we'll take a left. This time, however, we're going to be cutting through the barrier, crouching as we duck into the back and through the door to the storage room. As we pass through and out the other doors, we'll make a quick stop here to grab this crowbar. Next, we're going to get a little closer to these two technicians ahead to trigger their conversation now to save a little time later. Now, doubling back, we'll head along this path to sneak past the guards on the catwalk, making our way halfway down the stairs to where we can hop on top of the vents. Following this path to the sound booth, we'll hop down on top of it and down the ladder. Pick the lock here and head inside to knock out the two DJs. We've got a little time to kill, so we may as well hide the bodies in the nearby crate. With those two stashed away, we're going to head back up the ladder and across the vents and back up the stairs. Make sure to pick up the screwdriver from the table along the way, then continue on up this corridor. The woman tech should just be turning her back to leave for a moment, giving us the opportunity to sabotage the lighting system. With this done, continue on over to this ledge, hop over it and shimmy on over to the other side and climb back up. After a short wait, the target and his guard will be passing by. As the guard does so, toss a coin at this wall to lure him in. We'll take cover against the wall so we can corner grab him as he approaches. We can then hide his body in this crate, then hop the rail and shimmy back up over and onto the other side. Now, retracing our steps from before, we want to quickly make our way back down to the sound booth. If you're quick enough, the target will have just arrived on the catwalk high above. First, select the option to hype up the audience. And just look at Alexios. He's so happy. So let's trigger the overload and give him a real late show. And that seems to have killed him dead. Well, job done. If you're wondering why we took out his guard, and it really seems like we shouldn't have to given he is standing back from the railing, but when you trigger the overload with him around, the guard will always join in on the fun and get deep fried anyway. In any event, with the target a mere fading memory, simply make your way to any exit of your choosing. And that's method number 2 completed, again with Silent Assassin suit only in 6 minutes and 50 seconds. So there you go, that's been 2 very different methods of killing Elusive Target, number 27, the drop. One method quite a bit simpler than the other, but the second method does somehow feel a little more fitting for him. In my previous video, I voiced my assumption that we'd not be seeing any more new targets. Guess IO proved me wrong on that one. And while I feel it would likely be true if I were to go ahead and say something like that again, who knows, maybe IO will surprise us someday, and like 10 years from now we'll see another Elusive Target dropped. Maybe I'll just forego making any predictions this time around. Also, there's something I wanted to address briefly. I know it's been ages since I've put out anything new on the channel, and that's not been intentional. Unfortunately, it's nothing exciting either, I've just been really busy with life in general. But I do have a lot of video ideas, including one in particular that I've been working on for a long while that I hope to be releasing soon. However, aside from the videos as coverage to this target, it's likely I won't be focusing as much on Hitman in future videos. That's not to say I don't still love the game, I mean I certainly do. But like I said at the beginning of this video, the game is nearly 3 years old now, and there's not nearly as much in the way of new stuff to cover. Besides which, I've come to realize I think I'd really like to focus the channel more so on discussing media in various forms, whether that be movies, shows, or gaming. I really enjoy the process of making those kind of videos, even if they can be a bit of a long process to create. So I hope you'll stick with me and see what's to come. Anyway, hopefully this video has been helpful or at the very least enjoyable. If so, don't forget to leave a like down below and let me know which method was your favorite in the comments. Maybe even share it out with your friends. Lastly, if you haven't already, do subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of new videos in the future. Anyway, that's enough for now. This is InfiniteOmega. I've been Black Deatha, and this was Elusive Target number 27. Killed twice by a crushing and then a frying. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. You have yourselves an amazing day. Goodbye.